There's just two questions I have before we kick this off. One, are Issa and Lawrence really over? And two, how does Issa get her teeth so white? There's no way she's just brushing it regular. There, it's not regular. Alright, welcome to Taste Take. If you're new here, I do movie and TV reviews. Give you a little background, just let you know if I think it's worth checking out or not. If that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button for your boy. For my regular Taste Takers, let's see if Season 5, Episode 2 of Insecure is a big deal. Get it? Because it's called Growth, okay? Because growth is like it's big. Never mind. Alright, so boom. Super quick Episode 1 recap. We had the Stanford reunion. Everybody thought Kelly was dead. I don't know why. Issa got played on that panel. I don't know why. She made some good answers. And Molly and Issa were in that fake robbery where they were set up by their friend. I also don't know why. The police still aren't involved, right? Yeah. Y'all taking that defund thing a little too seriously. We need some justice. Anyway, the episode ends with Issa pretty much breaking it off with Lawrence, but not until she got a ride home from the airport. Naturally. Episode 2, we jump forward in time 1 year later. Issa and Molly are both single, but they're doing really well in their careers. Molly cut her hair and is living her best life. She's at work and she's not beefing with that dude anymore. She had a fire-ass blue suit. I ain't gonna hold you. You do your thing with that. Issa got the block hot because she got up to 10K followers on Instagram, which means, of course, she can now post links on her stories. It's true. Anyway, Issa's still hanging with Nathan, but they're just friends. They're still working together on some block stuff at the barbershop just for the location. But they're just friends. I'm curious though, what do the fans think about Nathan? Do we like him? I know we're over the whole ghosting thing, and I know we gotta be a little, supportive because he's bipolar. But do we like him? Are we supposed to like him? Do y'all like him? I used to think he was cool, but now I'm like, is he too cool? No one should be able to talk that cool all the time. He talks like a poet. I never met Maxwell, but if I met Maxwell, I've imagined that's how Maxwell would talk all the time. Do y'all like Nathan? Just tell me. Am I hating on Nathan? Whatever. Moving on, we get to hang with Molly and her family at their cookout. Molly's desperately trying to get her mom to fill out their estate planning, basically like their will. For some reason, Molly's mom decided to write the stuff down on paper using pencil. Seems legit. Either way, Molly's mom seems more concerned with hooking her up with that dude Herbert from church. Yes, that's the dude who makes gospel trap music. That doesn't slap. Y'all could have made it slap. And it didn't slap. Poor Herbert. Molly's mom just seems more concerned with hooking her up with some dude, any dude, than she is about any kind of estate planning. Priorities, Molly's mom. What's Molly's mom's name? Priorities. Mrs. Molly? Either way, I guess it worked because soon after that, we're seeing Molly updating her online dating profile, which is cool because you get a nice little moment of introspection from Molly where she's seeing all the crazy stuff she used to have on her profile. And we get a nice little montage clip of her past relationships. So I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm wishing Molly 2.0 the best of luck. And it's not because I met her on Friday and she's actually a nice in person. I couldn't tell her that I'd be dragging Molly all over Taste Tape. She's just a nice person. What? We cool now, we cool. Anywho, then we get the scene of Issa pitching her new artist, Crenshaw, to put on a fashion show. The sponsors reluctantly agree to put on this show, but they want Crenshaw to tone it down a little bit, because it's a little wild. Crenshaw is played by the homie Kofi Stirabo from Queen Sugar. Hope y'all watched that show, it's a pretty good show. Here in Insecure, he started doing art and fashion when he was locked up, and now that he's out with this whole new brand, he hires people who were also incarcerated to give them a second chance at life, which is pretty cool. Of course, he doesn't like the changes that Issa tells him that the company wants him to make, but he agrees to tone it down for Issa. He agrees. He says, I got you. He agreed. Then he just does it anyway. Okay. So the fashion show's going wild. Issa and Molly are watching on in horror, and Issa's just preparing herself to get chewed out by the sponsors. Lo and behold, at the end of the show, the dude comes up to Issa and he's blown away. Go figure. And does anyone know what was up with his neck pain? What was the point of them showing that? I didn't understand. Maybe I missed it. Y'all could let me know if I missed it. Anyway, the episode comes to a close where Issa texts Nathan, who she knows is dating people all over LA, all up and down Los Angeles. Anyway, text Nathan to come over for drinks. It is late. The show is already late, and it is later than the show. Should have went to sleep. But, you know, when you have like a win in life and you want to share it with somebody, usually that will be your significant other. So I guess the first person she thought of was Nathan. I understand. Just saying. So Nathan agrees to come over, and when he gets there, Issa's like falling asleep. The girl's probably been working hard on the fashion show. But anyway, he's like, girl, you're asleep. I'm about to head out. And Issa's like, and he's like, okay. But he's Nathan, so he said it so cool. So he was like, okay. Yeah. They get into bed. Nathan don't got no shirt on. And as soon as he goes in for a smooch, Issa starts crying, like hysterically in his face, like mouth open, crying. She's all apologizing like, I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready. He just sitting there. He got to hold her. Anyway, she essentially cries herself to sleep. You know, like when you're a kid, you just cry so much that you just got to sleep. She does that and wakes up to the sound of Nathan leaving her crib. That's the end of the episode. Then insert fire soundtrack to send us off. So what's my take? Episode 2 was cool. It seemed to the naked eye to be a real quiet episode, but it actually tackled a couple issues that were important. Again, the episode's called Growth, okay? And we see that. Starting with Molly. She's at work, laughing, smiling, taking on extra projects with Torian. That's growth. Then on the dating side, she's going back on the apps, going back on dates. You got a fresh cut, you got a fresh outlook. Okay, Molly, she's trying to get people back on her side. That's what it is. She knows what she did in season 4. Then with Issa, we see how much she's grown the block over this past year. She's just thriving, doing her thing. On the dating side, I guess it's not so much growth, but with the end, I think that what they're trying to say is that she's realizing that she needs to grow past Nathan. I hope that's what they're saying. I mean, we'll see next week, hopefully, but that's what I got from that scene. In my opinion, the most relevant element of the episode was the stuff with Crenshaw. I'm sure a lot of people watching are going to resonate with Issa'S dilemma of trying to like please these corporations who you kind of need to get stuff off the ground and pleasing your artist who wants to stay true to themselves. I mean, Crenshaw calling her a sellout was a little extreme if you ask me. I don't think she was being a sellout. And she was trying to help, but maybe that's part of her growth this episode is learning that her idea of helping someone might not be theirs. You ever thought about that, Issa? You ever thought about that? Also, I'm not sure how realistic it was for the sponsors to be like, oh my God, that was great. Thank you for not listening to us. You know damn well she's getting fired as soon as those lowriders pulled up. But good for her that she didn't get fired. But they're not going to say that. The only other problem I had with the episode was the final scene with Issa and Nathan. Like, serious question. Was her crying supposed to be funny? Because it came off funny, but in my head I thought this is supposed to be a serious moment. I just need to know how y'all took that. She's maybe is she the bad cry actor? Is that what it is? Or was it supposed to be funny and I just missed the joke? Because it was awkward. I'm not even mad at Nathan for leaving either. Like, she got to cry that out by herself. We're not doing that. You invited me? Okay. I'm going to give Insecure Season 5, Episode 2, 3.5 stars. I liked Episode 1 a little bit more, but there's still a lot of important stuff in this episode. I'm happy for Molly and Issa being friends again, but we went from World War II last season to them spending what feels like every waking moment together. Like dinners, sleepovers. I know y'all got lost time to make up for, but it's a lot. It's a lot of connection. Are we just not going to learn how they made up? Is that just over and done? I know watching them fight last year was emotionally draining. Trust me, it was draining. But I'm sure there's some like real best friends out there in real life watching this that are beefing with each other, that are looking to see how Molly and Issa got back together. Well, not got back together like romantic. There's no 1 year later skip button in real life. In my head, I just feel like Issa was writing this season like, girl, they didn't seen us fight enough in season 4. Let's just make it up and get back to being best friends. And that's fine, I guess, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask, you put so much effort into season 4 with this beef, like you were making it seem like you outgrew this friendship, and then y'all get fake robbed and everything is cool. Maybe they're going to explain it. We got a lot more episodes to go. That's just my initial thoughts after 2 episodes. Again, another good episode in the books. Character development from our OGs. Cool new character in Crenshaw. And even her assistant is cool too. I forgot her name, but Issa'S assistant is very cool. So overall, a good episode, and we'll see what happens next week. Well done. As always, thanks for checking out Taste Take. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. We're doing this every week. I'm a little late this week because it was Halloween and things were happening. But next week, we back on it on a better schedule. Stay tuned. Episode 3, we doing it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the time, y'all. Peace.